Hi there, it's Lety, and you're still with Lety's English Podcast, the place where we break old habits, find new ways, and dare to talk about what really matters. So let's get real for a moment. Let me guess, right now you might be listening with your headphones while cooking instant noodles, or maybe you're walking through the night streets of Seoul, or you're half awake on a crowded bus in Jakarta, trying to ignore that one person playing loud TikTok videos. Wherever you are, there's one thing I know: you have dreams, big or small, loud or secret, wild or perfectly ordinary, they're yours. And yet, sometimes we treat our dreams like socks we never wear. We keep them in the drawer, saving them for a special occasion. But that special occasion is a myth. Life is what's happening now, right here, in your kitchen, on the bus, even when you think you're just learning English. Let's play a mind game together. Imagine your brain is like an apartment building. Each time you say, "I'll do it later," you're letting a noisy neighbor move in, someone who loves to throw parties at 2 a.m. called procrastination. Every time you say, "I'll do it now," you're giving the keys to your dream neighbor, motivation, the one who waters the plants and brings you cookies. Who do you want living in your brain? It sounds silly, but if you imagine your thoughts as roommates, you realize you have the power to invite action in. Every single day, have you ever watched a street performer? I once saw a young girl in Tokyo with a violin. She could have waited to get better, to buy a fancier dress, or to find a perfect stage. But she was there, next to a busy station, playing her heart out while strangers hurried by. Some people ignored her. Some stopped for a second and smiled. One little kid danced to her music, and the girl's face just lit up. In that moment, she wasn't thinking, "Am I good enough?" She was just doing it now. And in that now, she created a memory not just for herself, but for everyone who stopped and listened. Let's talk about the power of tiny beginnings. Most people think do it now means finish everything now. But what if it just meant start small, but start for real? You know those moments when you're waiting for your coffee or for a friend who's always late? That's 5 minutes. What if you spent it doodling a word in English, or recording your voice for fun, or asking yourself, what's one weird English sentence I can invent today? A friend of mine in Berlin has a habit. Whenever he's bored, he tries to translate jokes into English and then sends them to me. Sometimes they're so bad. I laugh for the wrong reason, but it keeps his English alive. Tiny beginnings aren't about achievement. They're about keeping your dreams from going stale. Let me flip things a little. Have you ever noticed that some of the best things in life happen when we don't plan? When we just jump in? You think you're just going for groceries, but you meet an old friend and end up having a 2-hour conversation. You open YouTube just for 5 minutes, and 2 hours later, you're learning how to bake Japanese cheesecake. In English, maybe do it now is just about being open to the unexpected, letting the door open and being curious enough to step through. Here's a confession. Sometimes I don't do it now because I'm afraid my now won't be good enough. But have you ever watched someone mess up in public, then make a joke and turn the whole thing around? There is a secret power in doing it now and embracing the awkward. I once hosted a language exchange picnic, and right in the middle of my introduction, a dog ran over and stole my sandwich. Everyone laughed, and my perfect opening line was forgotten, but what nobody forgot was that moment, because it was real, unscripted, and totally now. After that, everyone felt braver about making mistakes in English. Sometimes your most imperfect moments are the ones that connect you to others. Let's take a cultural journey in Vietnam. There's a saying, "An sim gi noi chai si, eat new rice." Talk about old stories, but what if we flipped it? Eat new rice. Talk about new dreams. When you do it now, you're telling a new story. Not just to others, but to yourself. Think of do it now as a muscle. Every time you use it, even for silly things, like singing a pop song in the shower or making a pun in English that nobody laughs at. You're getting stronger, I challenge you. Try something you've never done before, like joining a random online English game or starting a one-word diary or sending a voice message to a stranger on a language app. The now doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be lived. Have you ever heard of the 5-second rule? No, not the one about dropping food on the floor. This rule says, if you have an instinct to act, count backwards -5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and move before your brain talks you out of it. It sounds weird, but it works. Your brain is like a hyperactive bodyguard. It wants to keep you safe from embarrassment, effort, and even growth. But sometimes you have to outsmart your own comfort zone. So next time you want to say something in English, but feel shy, count down in your head and speak before your fear catches up. Let's make it more fun. What if you gave yourself do it now points? Every time you act right away, even for tiny things, you earn a point. See how many you can collect in a week. Maybe at the end of the week, you buy yourself a small treat or share your weirdest, do it now moment with a friend. Gamify your life. Why not? Now, let's imagine a world where everyone waited for the right moment. We'd never have jazz music or YouTube or pizza. Did you know pizza was an accident? Innovation comes from people who do things before anyone else's. Ready? Let's talk about language hacks. Ever tried speed friending? It's like speed dating, but for practicing English. You hop on a call, introduce yourself, and talk to strangers from other countries for 3 minutes each. Scary? Yes. Boring? Never. After 3 calls, your English will sound less like a textbook and more like real life. Or next time you watch a movie, pause at a random moment and try to guess what the next line in English will be. Say it out loud. Don't worry if it's wrong. You're building quick thinking and confidence. Here's a quirky tip. Write your future self a postcard, but do it now, not in a week. Not when your English is better, but with the words you have today. Mail it to yourself or put it somewhere safe. When you read it later, you'll see how far you've come, all because you started now. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is send that awkward message or try that weird accent or tell that bad joke in English. The people who matter will cheer you on. The rest, let them be. If you're listening and thinking, this sounds cool, but my life is too ordinary for this, let me challenge you. The ordinary moments, the bus rides, the lunch breaks, the random elevator chats are where due. It now lives. Next time you're in a lift, say hello in English, order your coffee in English, even if the barista is surprised. Change your phone's language setting for an hour. Tiny nows add up to big changes. Let's imagine your life as a movie. You are the main character, the most exciting scene. It's never the waiting scene. It's always when the character acts. No matter how small, if you're still with me, here's your invitation. After this episode ends, do one new thing, big or small, loud or silent. Just do it now. And if you want, share your now with me in the comments or on social media. Let's build a collection of first steps, fresh starts, and hilarious failures together. Because in the end, the world doesn't remember those who waited. It remembers those who showed up and did it. Now, this is Lety, your friend and fellow now beginner, cheering you on. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be ready. You just have to be here and do it now.